Hey, hey, hey. This is Elder Andre, and y'all already know Mrs. Sinestro G. I'm gonna let her do her intro. This is like the third time we coming to y'all. So apologies. Apologies. Was having some technical difficulties trying to learn stuff, trying to do stuff, but y'all, we still here. Miss G, well, you introduced yourself already, didn't you? You already went there. You already did that.
I'll introduce myself again. This is Sinestra G. Of course, you know me as an author, you know me as a radio host, you know me as a songstress,
Does
and
it all?
just a positive speaking woman of God. That's me.
She
That's
does it
that's me
all.
in a nutshell. But love to be here every single Sunday with Elder, doing our how tos and why do's,
Mm-hmm.
and we try to come up with things that will really pique your interest, and also things that will really make you think. So that's me. That's me.
Yeah, doing your thing. In all ways, she does her thing. But she had started off earlier, and y'all were on, and I saw y'all were on as I was trying to get there, about masking, and about basically putting on. It actually just made me think of the commercial I just watched. I think the last night it was for some um, like depression medication, but the person has up the smiley face, the white smiley face that they put in front of them.
Yep.
Though they may feel down and out and blah blah blah, they try to put on that happy face, that smiley face, to that well, everything's okay, nothing's wrong, we're doing okay over here, and it amazes me oftentimes, too, when you have a conversation. The first thing we usually say, "Hey, how you doing?" And, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Everything's good. Everything's good. "Yeah, everything's good."
Hmm.
When we know that sometimes we're just being cordial,
Right.
not necessarily honest, but we're being cordial. So I laugh sometimes because when you often think that, do you really want to know how I'm doing for real? Do you really, really want to know what's
Uh,
going on? Like
I
if I
don't
was
think
just
they're
starting to
ready.
tell, if I really said, and things ain't going too well, I'm having a hard time, this is going on. Like, how would people actually respond? Would they be like, well, let's sit down and talk about it? Or is it, well, I really didn't want to know all that. Was just, I was just saying, hey, really, I was just saying, hey, and trying
Just
to
being
move on.
cordial, right?
Just being cordial, just being cordial. So sometimes I even try to challenge myself, to be careful of the words I am saying, but also to be open enough to, when I ask how you're doing, I'm
Hmm.
expecting you to tell me how you're doing, good,
Right.
bad, indifferent, and then to be able to not necessarily have an answer for that, but to be more empathetic and sympathetic towards it,
Hmm.
to have that listening ear, to what's going on and how a person is actually feeling. So, why do we mask? Um, how to, that's a good part of it, the how to. Um, because is there really any good reason to mask? Is there any really
Well,
good reason to put on that mask?
it is and it isn't. I mean,
Mm,
that's a two part. Because to be honest, we mask for several reasons. We mask so that others don't get hurt.
yeah,
We mask to
speak on it.
protect. You know, you mask for your kids. Like if something's really going on hard in between you and your husband, or you and your boyfriend or girlfriend, or whatever it is, you don't want the kids to be affected. So we mask our feelings.
Hmm.
We mask by not crying in front of them. All of those things. I know for years I became hard. Like you weren't gonna make me cry. I was gonna be the tough one, for
Have
the
to be
longest
like
time.
that.
But but
Wow.
as the years have gone,
Hmm.
um, and the mask gets heavy. And if you think about a mask, starts out as a blank sheet, right?
Yeah.
And every time, think about this: a blank mask, and you start to decorate it.
Mm,
All those decorations and all those colors are issues,
right.
problems, sadness, happiness. All of
Hmm.
those things you add on and add on. It's like putting makeup on your face, right? You're covering up every single thing that's going on in your life. And with a mask, it's hard. You put something on it, it stays.
Right.
But one thing what a mask is not going to do is cry. Unless you put those dots on it, it's not
That's
going to
true.
cry.
That's true.
So what happens when the mask gets heavy? Say you're going to place this mask on a wall, and every time something goes wrong, you walk past it and you add color to it. You add something
Mm,
to it. You add despair to it. You add depression to it. You add this to it. You add that to it. What happens when that mask falls down because the weight is too heavy?
yeah.
It will break.
And that's the hard thing because a lot of times, and even as you were speaking, we wear the mask trying to hide from others, but
Yeah.
really we end up hiding from our own selves, our
Right.
true feelings, our true emotions, what's really going on in the side of us. We mask those things. You
Mm-hmm.
could think about all the pain and the hurt that you've experienced through life, and you've kind of covered it up, or
Right.
you forget about it, or we call it trauma, or we think of it in the war as PTD. What's the word?
PSD.
There's a T in there.
PTSD.
Thank you.
PTSD.
PTSD. We assume that
Mhm.
that's just from, wartime or veterans that fought in the war. But a lot of us have been through trauma in our lives, as kids, relationships, marriages, whatever the case may be. Where we mask the problem, we mask
Right.
the hurt, we mask the pain. And one thing about wearing a mask, it has to come off, and that trueness, your true face will show eventually,
Right.
whether it comes out in anger, whether it comes out in yelling, screaming, pain, coldness, as you mentioned before, it comes out. And a real quick way to see that is watch a child that's been through trauma.
Mm.
Oftentimes, some of the symptoms, they get quiet, or they lash out, or there's
Right.
bedwetting, or there's things like that. And then when you actually get down to the nitty gritty, you're like, oh, they were hurt. Someone hurt them. And so not knowing how to express that feeling, that emotion, they lash out. They do all these other things when they were just hurt. So even for us, we have to be careful how long we wear the mask,
Yeah.
when we wear the mask, where we actually wear the mask, because we could find ourselves in a place where we need help, but we're not seeking help,
Hmm.
because again, we feel like we got to put on, I got to be this certain way, I got to be this strong black individual, I got to be this, I got to be this,
Right.
and it's okay. I try to make a conscious effort, with my kids, to show them that I get hurt, to show them that I get sad, so they can learn how to deal with it themselves. Because oftentimes we know you grow up kind of idolizing your parents, whether it's a mother, father, or both, whatever. You kind of, man, they're superhuman. They keep going and going, not really understanding that they have their issues, their troubles, their down settings. They have all these. So
Hmm.
I tried to let my kids see some of the emotional states, and then see how I actually deal with them. So they could
Right.
be like, you know what? It's okay to be a man and cry. That's okay. It's okay to
That's a
want to
tough one.
hug. It's
Yeah.
okay to want to hug. I just want to hug. That is okay. So they'll learn. So they won't, even if they do experience trauma in their life, they'll feel like it's okay to either talk about it, open up to someone, and feel comfortable. Because really, what we're talking about is just being vulnerable.
Right.
Really, that's really what we talking about,
So,
being
Elder, I
vulnerable.
can tell you, we have D who is on the line, and I just lost his what he said, but I do have Tamanya on here as well. I think he
Okay,
said something about ourselves, so maybe you can see it on your side.
let me check.
Um, we are the mask of ourselves, or something like that. Um, I can tell you, Tamanya was on. Tamanya says people become
Yes.
their mask and lose who they really are sometimes, and that is
Yeah.
so true. Wow,
And
that's a
then
good one,
yeah.
Tamanya.
And then they don't end up knowing who are you. And
Right?
that's the question. It's like, who am I? What do I like? What do I
Yeah.
don't like? Like I don't even know who I am. Or they get that look in the mirror. And I don't don't even know myself anymore.
Right.
And then again, that brings up so many. That's how some people end up committing suicide,
Hmm.
harming someone else, um, finding themselves in jail because they've lost their identity,
Yeah.
because they've been hiding so long, or they've been in a bad situation so long. So they end up that mask. It's not just covering their face, but it covers all of them. And
Hmm.
so, man, that was a good one, Simone. That was a real good one. That
Yeah.
was a real good one.
That is a good one. Can you look on their screen and tell me what? Let me see what Damon, what he said on his.
Oh, he said we definitely hide from ourselves,
Right.
which is true.
Okay. I thought that's what he said.
And
So
it's
thank you for
funny,
the
even with
comment.
that, we may hide more from ourselves than we do others.
Hmm.
Because no, if I have a mask on, you don't. If I meet you, you don't know I have a mask on. You just assume that that's my face. And
Yeah.
so every time you see me, you've been like, man, he's always in a good mood. Not knowing
That's
when
what
I
they do
got
when they
home.
look at me. It's like, especially you're always up early in the morning. You're always on TV. I'm like, and I get up just like you. I wash my face, brush my teeth every single morning, and then whatever's on my little heart, I get
Hmm.
on and I make sure I talk to other people because somebody might be going through the same thing I'm going through. But
Yes.
let me tell you this: I know today was hard, but I was trying to push through it.
Hmm.
One thing about me is even when somebody hurts me, even when I am hurt, or even no matter what it is, I'm going to church.
Right.
Why? Because church is where I get it out. Seems like it.
Hmm.
And so today it was funny because so I knew what I was dealing with when I left the house, and I was kind of going on that. I don't know, maybe I should take her now or take her to the hospital, the animal
Right.
hospital. But I feel like for those who don't know, my baby Charita's on too. My baby, my dog, Diamond. She is like us. I have receipts to prove it. She gets fed just like we get fed. She
Right.
gets water and drink everything just like we do. All of those things. Our animals are like children.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
go to the doctor. I got a
Yeah.
doctor's bill for her
Doctors.
too. So get mad if you want to and say, "Oh, it's just her dog."
Right.
But this big thing been with me for 10 years.
Ooh.
From when she was a baby and she was scratching and chewing up stuff. You
Right.
know, but she's a good dog.
Hmm.
And she's become my little one, my youngest.
Right.
And with all of that, um, it became heavy in July when I was told, well, she has cancerous lymph nodes.
Mm.
And I tell you, that was hard to hear. That was hard to take in. When that's that pill that everybody says you got to swallow, and I don't have nothing big in front of me, but that big 800 Motrin that they say, hey, take this and your headache will be gone. Well, one thing about that 800 Motrin is you can take it all at once,
Right.
right? That pill that you got to swallow,
Mm.
but it takes at least 3 hours to kick in. So you
Mm.
think about it, just like that pill that you got to swallow, it's going to take me a while. It's going to
Yeah.
take a while because this is a big one, you know?
Yeah.
So, and that can be for anything. That can be for your family life. Like,
Right.
something goes wrong in your family and you're trying to shelter your kids. So now you're hiding behind another mask.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. Don't worry. Look, we'll figure it out.
Right.
My
Right.
daughter hit me up the other day from school. Hey, my teacher's not trying to give me 100. They're only going to give me a 99.9. And I'm like, okay.
That's what
But
we
she
arguing
was
about.
serious about that. So now you
Right.
go into the mode of protection.
Right.
you know I know we said we're not going to talk about church in here, but pastor talked about that protect the protective shield, right? So we're
Hmm.
going to go into protection mode, mommy mode. Ain't gonna mess with my child. She got 100, give her 100. You go into that's that
Right.
mask, that protection mask, and you're really like, baby, 99 is actually very, very good.
It's very good.
Praise the Lord. you know but
Hallelujah.
but
Thank you, Jesus.
and you understand that you have taught your child,
Just try for the
do not
best.
settle for
Right.
less. Don't you
Hmm.
settle because you deserve this. So, but we don't want them to get so abrupt. We want them to choose their words wisely. and
Yes.
approach the situation differently. So we wear this hard mask to say, all right, come on, we're gonna come up with a game plan. We're not gonna let her get too out of the way.
Out
You
of
got it?
pocket. Out of
All right,
pocket.
calm down. Here we go. Now you gotta talk to her. What you gonna say? You know, so we get into that mode like, okay, I need you.
Hyping them
You
up.
almost gotta coach yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta coach yourself, right?
Ah.
To fight for your kids
Yeah.
or whoever it is,
Yeah.
whoever
Because you
you're
got to
trying
get
to
yourself
protect.
mad. Yep. 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 No, that's good. That's good. That's good. I was just thinking, like, because we are talking about masking. Um, when do we take it down?
Ooh,
When do we actually take the mask down? And you did bring up church, so I'm gonna bring up church. You know, the Bible talks about not forsaking or not forgetting or not partaking in making sure that we assemble together,
mm,
and fellowship one to another and hang out with each other and break bread and open up. Because one of the things, we know is when you get together with someone that genuinely loves you and actually cares for you, it kind of
mm-hmm.
lifts a burden. It
It
may not
does.
change the situation that you're facing, but to know someone, I got your back. You was talking about that mommy mode. There's nothing,
Hmm.
even as a kid, when your dad stepped in or your mom stepped in, and you be like, they got it. They got it. Like it's gonna be all okay. Look, my dad here. Like, oh yeah, y'all all better run right now. So it's good to have those people that we can open up to, where we actually can take that hardened mask that we've
Yeah,
decorated. We can take that off. Now, of course, you don't open up to everybody. Everybody can't handle some of the things that you may deal with,
yeah. They
and
look at
sometimes you
you
have to check
different.
yourself and ask yourself. I ask myself, if my kid came to me and asked me, Dad, I'm struggling with this.
Hmm.
Dad, I'm having a hard time with this. Dad, this thought came across my head. And those, for the sake of, let's just, since we talking about removing masks, let's just throw it out there. If my son came to me, he's like, you know what, Dad, I think I'm having attractions to other men. I asked myself, how would I handle that? Like,
Right,
what am I going to say to him? Is it going to be about him or is it going to be about me? And
right,
am I going to be like, son, you know who I am, you know what I represent? You can't, like, or am I going to,
right.
help him? Or if my daughter, I'm pregnant,
Mm.
how do I begin to help them? Can I take down that daddy man? Can I take down that heart? How am I going to open up? So it's, I know I talked about my kids, but I also look at that with other relationships that I have. Do I present, is my mask so hard that people don't want to come say anything?
Are you approachable?
Yeah.
You got to be approachable. You know what? Let me say.
I,
So let me,
mm,
Elder, see, you opened up like a
I,
can of worms.
mm,
But let me tell you, being
mask
approachable.
off.
When your child cares
Hmm.
about something so much, however, it's not something in your genre that you care about. How do you
Hmm.
how are you able to be sensitive to their feelings
Ooh.
of that subject? So if your child comes to you and says, I'm so worried about so and so and so and so, and I don't know what to do, and you looking at them like, and you're
Ah.
trying not to, I talk with my face a lot, so it's like, uh,
Oh,
and
you a
then they
face
look at you
talker?
like, you're not, I can't even talk to you. And it's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what to say, but we really have to figure out, um, we really have to figure out how to be approachable, how to
Mm,
be so open minded so that you can speak back to them. Sometimes they say our kids, they speak to other parents because it's easier to speak to them.
yeah.
But other parents are more open to your kids because you're not
They
there.
ain't my kid.
Right. So they're more open to them, right?
Yeah.
And I tell you, there's so many things that's running through my head right now that I could say. But
Right.
it is difficult sometimes. Those are hard questions. Like, what would I do if my daughter approached me and said, "Mom, I know you told me not to do it, but you might have grandbaby on the way," and I'm going,
Yeah.
"Here's a woosah moment." Like,
Yeah.
damage is done. Like, you gotta program.
Right.
Now that's me today. That's me 2022 though. That's 2022. If this was
Uh,
sometime previous, I don't know how I would have handled that.
right.
But to be honest, to deal with all of this masking, it takes growth. It
Maturity.
takes growth
Yes.
and it takes patience.
Yes. A
You
lot of
know,
it.
and I'm really, the thing about it is our village is so great. We have a
Right.
great village. And there are times where I feel by myself, alone,
We all do.
looking at my walls like
We all do.
ain't nobody
What?
here but me.
Right. What
You
I'm
know,
gonna do. What I'm gonna do.
but we do have a village. It's all about reaching out,
Right.
and are you keeping an eye on the comments too? I'm like trying to look back at my
Yeah. I'm
phone.
trying to do both.
Okay, so I know EC had said a couple things on there, and
Yep.
yeah,
Dorcas actually comment with the That's a good question.
yeah. So how do you deal with those hard questions that your kids come up to you and they like, I need an answer.
Right.
They want to tell you about how they feel about themselves, what they see, all those things, but you're gonna have to give them an answer.
I
I do
put in the
both sides.
comments. We were talking about mask off. I mean, I thought I remember hearing that being a Drake and a Future song. Rappers, artists. For those that don't
Thanks.
know, and Tamanya, she confirmed it. I was right.
Sorry, y'all reaching for
Th-
stuff.
yeah, thanks Tamanya.
She told
Thanks
you were
Tamanya.
correct.
Yeah, I was correct. I was correct. Thank you, Tamanya. And Miss Perkins is on. Miss Perkins, we tried to reach out to you real quick. We're gonna catch
Yeah,
you
we
next
did.
time. But yeah, this is about our time. But this was, you're right. There's so much more to talk about. Because even with our kids, one of the things me and Dorcas, my wife, we wanted to do,
Sorry, I got to
because we
sneeze. I'm going to the side.
bless you, bless you,
Got to
bless you. Do
sneeze.
your thing, do your thing. One of the things that we did with our kids that was so important for us, because we wanted them to be able to talk to us about any and everything.
Uh huh.
We created a no questions ag zone. And it was often it was on Sunday nights. We would pray, we would read the Bible, and then we gave the kids, all three of our kids, we they can climb into our bed, and then they could ask us anything with no repercussions. And so, and we just like, look, this is your opportunity to ask us questions, to talk to us, to bring up things that you're worried about. And there, you're not gonna get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We're not punishing you. We want to talk. And you'd be amazed when you give your kids the freedom to open up, how comfortable they can get,
Yeah.
and just sharing. And we started this when they were pretty young, definitely elementary, middle school, high school, where they could just, hey, look, there's this, I'm hanging out with this girl. My daughter was like, we hanging out with this girl, and they was calling each other wifey. And again, it was a no judgment zone, but it was simply like, do you understand what that means? Well, it's just that I was like, it's not a just anything. Like that's I look, and I was like, me and your mother, that's my wife, and
Right.
I'm her husband. Like that means something. So be careful about, and we just created an environment where they can take their mask off
Yeah.
and just be them and just be inquisitive about life and about nature and about this, and my emotions are feeling like this, and I want to beat this kid up, and I want to cuss this kid out. And it wasn't, we didn't give them we didn't throw the Bible through, Adam and chucked it, that we just, okay,
Right.
let's talk about it. This is how we deal with life. We just read I could show you a scripture on that. This is what Jesus said, but this is how your dad handled it when I didn't handle it like a Christian when I was your age. This is some of the things, and they're amazed, like, you did what? Yeah, like, we all fail, we all have ups and downs, trying to take some of my mask off so they can see the
Mm-hmm.
real me. So it is important, as we move through life, learning to take that mask off, learning
Yeah.
to open up, learning to be vulnerable. Because it's amazing how much stronger you can be when you have somebody else there helping you,
Right.
help building you up, help to catch you maybe when you fall. Maybe to be that shoulder to lean on, maybe that they can be there for you, but you've never said anything, so they never offer. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So sometimes we got to be that person. Just try taking your mask off. Try being vulnerable. Try sharing, your heart and your emotions. Try showing a different side. And you'll be amazed at the connections you can make um, in life and through life. It's amazing.
But you know what's hard? I like this
Mm,
segment for some reason. I like it.
it's a
So
good.
you know what's hard is when you have had a tough exterior for so long
Mm,
that nobody takes you serious when you
yeah.
hurt. I think for the longest time, from since I was younger, I've always been the one to figure it out, figure everything out.
Mm,
Um, there was no time where you could say, "Well, Sinestra don't know." Ask Sinestra, she got it. Ask Sinestra, she got it. You need an answer. You need somebody for this. You need somebody for that. Ask Sinestra, she got it. It was always that, and
ooh,
then it was always, she's tough, man. You need something done. There's I know a lot of like my female friends. They're like scared of insects and stuff like that, and I'm thinking to myself, it's a bug. Like what? Like I don't understand. Just step on it, kill it.
oh wow.
So I have had friends that have called me like, Snatcher, there's a mouse in my house. I'm like, a mouse? You ain't got no traps? Like, let's go get some traps. Let's go put them out there. But I've always been tough girl Nessie, tough girl Sinestra, tough girl Peaches. I'm
Right.
tough, period,
Peaches.
blank, point blank, whatever. You know,
You look. You ain't gonna like this, but how did that fare for you?
that didn't help me as I got older because I had
Mm,
feelings. I have feelings too. Like I don't like being called um she big like that. And I'm like, really? Because my shoulders are broad.
uh,
That does hurt my feelings sometimes. I
right.
do get in
Right.
my little feelings, but I don't say nothing. I just put a
Right.
mask on. Like, thanks for saying that I can do that for you. You know,
Yeah.
you need your cabinets taken out. Snatcher got it. She even got tools. Yeah, I do,
Wow.
but like, really,
Wow.
like that's how you
Wow.
see me.
Right. That's
I'm
all
not
you
the
see me
dude.
as.
I'm me. I'm all woman. Hear me roar. Queen this,
Right.
Queen Sinestra,
Right.
dog it.
There you go. There you
you
go.
know,
Come
but
on.
but because they see that you have a tough exterior, that you can handle things that are tougher than most, they
Mm,
always come to you and they always put things on you. And sometimes you'll even offer, and we do that because we know we can. You
right.
need, girl, I got you. Don't worry about it. I
Right.
got you.
Right.
But we do that and we forget that because you put yourself out there to be here,
Mm,
when you're
people gonna
here
take.
and
Yeah.
your heart is crushed, you feeling emotional, all these other things are going in your head. Nobody knows how to hold you.
Right.
And sometimes you just need that hug. I'm going to tell you this, and I know Charita is going to just be smiling from ear to ear, her and Angela. But today, between Ellen,
Come on. Come on.
EC,
Yes. Yes.
Dr. A, Shakonda,
Yes. Yes.
Star, Donnie, don't make me go down this whole list.
Come on. You going? You
Between
already there.
all of
You already
them
there.
and covering, when I
Yes.
tell you somebody that says, let it out,
Yeah.
let it go, stop
Come on.
holding it in, and you got that ugly cry. You don't want nobody to see your nose all red and your tears are falling and you're seeing drops on the floor, and it's like, I just want to get it out of
Yeah.
me. I just need to push it all out. I need to take this mask and throw it on the
Come on.
wall
Come
and let
on.
it bust,
Come
because
on.
y'all don't understand what I've been through. That
You
mask is
preaching
my
now.
life.
Come
It's
on.
heavy. It's
Come
too
on.
heavy, and I don't want it
Watch out.
no more.
Look, I hear breakthrough.
I
I
mean,
hear
that's it. It
breakthrough.
when I tell you today,
Yes.
it was
Deep breath.
like I had
Yes.
to get it out. Like
Exhale.
I'm
That's
sad.
another
I
song.
don't want to see hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Right.
seeing people hurt. I hate seeing people pass. I hate seeing animals pass. I hate it. I
Right.
hate it. But if you don't know me to call me, talk to me, check on me, see how I'm doing, any of those things, you got to check
Mm.
on your folks, see how they
Yes.
doing. And I
Yes.
literally sat
Yes.
there and I said,
Whew.
Diamond, that's my dog. And she looked at me and I can hear her say, huh? You know what I'm saying? Diamond,
Sinestro.
mama's got to let you go.
Right.
That was the hardest. And that's looking at my animal. But my
Right.
animal, she has been by my side. She don't complain
Loyal.
about nothing. She don't
Loyal.
ask me for nothing. She just thank you. It's that
Loyal.
loyalty. You don't
Loyal.
find people ain't all people ain't loyal to you. So,
Loyal.
but today when that openness came out and people were able to talk to me and tell me, Snatch, I understand. I
Mm.
understand. And you sometimes we do. Everybody out there, I know you don't want nobody to see the soft side of you
Right.
because
This
you
is
think
true.
that shows weakness. Well, it doesn't show me weakness. It shows that you're a human being. It shows
Thank
that you got
you.
blood running through your veins. That's
Can
what
you
it
get a
shows.
clap? You're gonna get a clap on that one. Hold
I,
on. Let me give you applause for that one. You
you know
come
what?
on. Come on. Come on. Thank
But I
you.
mean, that's just that's me today. And sometimes you need those
Mhm.
church members, those family members to just call you and say, "Hey, babe, I'm just checking on you."
Yeah.
When I have my good girlfriends that they will text me a prayer because they know I'm in church and they know I'm hurting. They
Mm.
know how I am with my dog. They
Right.
know Diamond been with me everywhere.
Right.
If I wasn't look, if I had an apartment and there was no pets, she was still there. I'm paying medical bills. She one of us, you
Right.
know. So if
She get
wherever I was, she was.
IRS tax returns.
Not trying to tell you if I could put her on there, she would be one of my dependents.
Dependent.
But
Yes.
that's just it's just one of those things. Sometimes, guys, you have to don't let that mask get on your wall and get so heavy
Right.
that it will drop on its own and break.
I hear breakthrough.
You
Breakthrough.
need you need to open yourself up.
Yes. Yes.
Not
Breakthrough.
to everybody, just like Elder said, not to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But pick your good folks that you know got your back
Hmm.
and you can open up to them.
Yeah.
It's important to do that because otherwise, thank you, Doc. Thank you, Angela Perkins. She said nobody can tell you how to feel. You right.
Ooh. Come on.
I know when my
Come on.
grandmother, when my one of my grandmothers died, and I cried. I remember somebody looking at me and they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
Really?
And it was like,
Ooh.
yeah,
How
I
bad
do
did you
have
touch your
feelings.
eyes?
I cry, but most of the time I would cry by myself.
Mm.
And then I would suck it up. I would put my shoulders back. We got this. We got this. Now you have to
Right.
be strong. You got to be strong for everybody else. When my
Right.
daughter passed away, put my shoulders back. You got to be strong for her dad because his family's not here. You got to be strong for everybody else. And
Right.
because you're in the military and they look at you differently, when you
Hmm.
show up back in Woodbridge and you go to that burial, you got to be strong. You got to walk with that casket in front of you. I broke.
Mm.
But the whole time I was trying my best to be
That's
strong.
strong.
Tears just seeping through. But I was trying my best to be strong. Not for me, for
Yeah.
everybody else. But you
But
can't always be strong for
yeah.
everybody.
And sometimes people are waiting for permission to let go.
Yeah.
Some people sometimes because when my dad passed, it was kind of the same thing. My kids were with me, and I just broke. And when I broke, my kids broke.
Yeah.
And even though it hurt me, there was still comfort in that because I knew the relationship they had. And then they just came and just held me. And it was just like we wept together,
Hmm.
but we also comfort each other in that. So it was
Right.
good to hear you even mention the people that you mentioned that covered you today. As you were going through and some of the pain, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to try to help and cover. When you can't carry yourself, I'm supposed to be
Right.
there to help you.
Come on,
Look,
Jesus.
look, I may not be able to get the mile, but look, I got a good 5-10 steps in me. I can help you
Woo.
with 5 or 10 steps, and then someone else will come in. Hey, look, you had those last 10. Look, I'm good for 20. I'm good for
Hmm.
20. And someone else will come in, but look, I'll take them the rest of the way. I'm good. Y'all catch me on the other end. But we're
Right.
supposed to lean on each other like that, and have each other's back. And again, it's not always being there to try to fix a problem.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just need you to sit in the room. I don't need you to say anything.
Come
Just
on.
sit, just your presence being there, sitting in the room, like comfort, comfort. So this was a good topic. I could keep going.
Okay, okay, okay.
We
Last thing.
last
Think
thing.
about this, Elder. All
Okay,
right. Think
give
about
it to
this
me.
and we can go on.
All right.
Think about um Jesus
Mm-hmm.
when he had to carry that cross.
Come on.
The weight.
Ooh, come on.
The weight.
I already know where you're going. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what I think about when I think about the weight that he had to carry.
Mm,
It makes you weak. It
mm,
makes you get to the point to where your body is just like, I can't take it no more. But I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna
mm.
keep pushing because I know we got to get up to that mountaintop.
Yep,
I'm gonna keep on pushing. I'm gonna keep on pushing. Now they got the nerve. I got to get that thing up there,
yep.
And now they want me. They want me to be nailed to this thing after
Mm.
I just had all the weight on
You're on
me.
your cross.
Now they're
Ooh,
gonna hurt
girl.
me even more, but
Ooh.
that's okay because I got you. I got you because I'm gonna bleed for you. Don't worry about the pain. I know
Mm,
it's hurting me. I know it's hurting me. It's hurting
mm,
me bad, but
mm.
the pain, you're not
Come on.
gonna have it because
Come on.
I'm gonna mask. I'm gonna put this whole mask on. I'm gonna cover
Mm-hmm.
it up just for
Come
you.
on. She preaching, y'all.
That
She
right
preaching.
there,
Y'all don't even know it. She
that right there
preaching.
by
Come on.
itself.
Come
I
on.
mean, just think about that. I'm thinking about an event right about now. You know me. I'm thinking about event. We about to hold some wood. We about to do this thing,
Mm,
and we
mm,
gonna carry it. You know what I mean?
mm.
But it's up to you to carry
Yes. But I'm gonna even take that a little further. And I know you said this, but even as you
it.
start speaking, I'm thinking about as Jesus was carrying that cross and it was heavy after he'd already gotten beaten,
Yeah.
after he'd already gotten bruised, spit
Mhm.
on, kicked, crown of thorns on his head, and he's trying to carry this heavy wooden cross up a mountain. But guess what? Someone was there to
Yeah.
bear the load. Hey, see, look, y'all making me. Hey, I'm about to get happy right now. Someone was there to help him carry that cross.
Mhm.
And so, even for us, even when we're battered, bruised, hurting, yeah, y'all got me preaching now,
Come on.
and
Come on.
hurting, even as we're carrying our cross up our mountain, God's going to send somebody there to stand alongside us and help us carry that. Look, we
Come on,
need to
ram
end
in the bush.
this.
Come on. Come on with the ram. Come
He's
on.
going to help us carry that cross when it doesn't look like no one else is there, no one
Right.
else cares, no one's with us. And someone does need to actually hear that you are not alone. I know Michael Jackson sung that song, "You Are Not Alone," but
You
I'm
are
still in
not
that. I'm
alone.
I'm still in
I
that.
I
Jesus
think he
is
went to
saying,
church
God is speaking right now. You are not
alone.
alone. That even when you
Yeah.
feel like you can't take another step, someone, God is going to be right there to look. I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
I'll carry it the rest of the way. I
Yeah.
got this. So
Yeah.
just everybody out there that's listening, this was a good one. This was really a good one, and we could go on and go on. And even
Yeah, we
before
could
I
be here
close,
for a minute.
Tanika
Come
came
on.
on. One of my friends I went from to high school with, elementary
Okay.
and middle school, Sam
Yeah.
Nicholson. The brother got a voice, a voice, can sing like nobody's other. Tiana, another
Just
good
need an
friend from
address to
church from
come to.
home. Look, I'm gonna have to get Sam's information. Yes, Sam, and Mr. Nicholson, I am talking about you.
Come
The
on,
brother
Mr.
could just
Nicholson.
flat out sing.
Come on, Mr. Nicholson.
Tiana, she's another songstress. She's on. Hey, Tiana, good to see you.
Oh,
Makai
yeah.
came on. Hey,
Yep.
thank y'all for showing out today. Thank y'all for showing out. But this was
Yeah.
a good topic today, masking and figuring out ways when and why we mask and how to actually take that off, and share. Y'all heard some good preaching from Sinestra.
You
She
know
got
what?
me excited. She got me excited. But y'all know it's just we like to be on here to
Hmm.
show the other side. A lot of times people, have their mask on. But we
Hmm.
all go through life. We all have our difficulties. We all have our ups and downs.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you need that person to just, man, I feel like that too. Yes, and we all go through things. So y'all know this is the elder, on here. Another how to why to. I got Miss G. next to me, always bringing some good content. Even throughout the week, if y'all just check out her page, she does some good stuff in the mornings with her Facebook Live. She has
We
some good insight, and she takes her mask off, and just shows you some real things that she's just thinking and going through, and even giving encouraging word. And if you ever get a chance, y'all find out where she go to church when she sing. Y'all will truly, truly be blessed. And also, hey, look, September 15th, I'm premiering my new podcast. It's called The
hey,
Minister's Corner. It is out. It is on fire. It is some good stuff. I'm talking with some pastors on this first one. Some good content. We're talking about the importance of church. Do we
come on.
need to go, or do we need to just stay at home and watch church on TV? But we talking
It's
about
not
some.
the same. It's not the same.
Oh, we go get into it. We
Oh
go
my
get
goodness,
into
I can't miss that because it is not the same. Trying
we
to
go
tell
get
you, I
into
feel
it.
like
And
Wendy
it's some
Williams.
good
How you
content,
doing?
some good information. So as always, I'm gonna let Sinesha take us out, but it was good seeing y'all, good being seen, good being on here. And just make sure again that y'all find that person, that two, that three people that can help you, that can carry you, that you can actually just take your mask off and be who you are in front of them, whether it's being sad, melancholy, whether it's being ecstatic, happy, but just someone you can be real and open with.
Yeah.
Miss G, go ahead and end this thing for us, please.
All right, you guys. So this is Sinestra G. As always, I love what we do every Sunday. We try to come to you with something great, and we're trying to make this better and better every single week. So just stay
Yes,
with
ma'am.
us. Make sure that you're tagging and sharing with others once everything goes legit. I guess that's how it goes. Make sure you're tagging and sharing with everybody else. I see Shakonda did come on. Hey,
Hey,
Shakonda.
Miss
Hey,
Shakonda.
Shakonda. So we just want to say thank you again, guys, for just
Yes.
sitting here with us for the last 50 something minutes that we normally only do 30. But I mean, sometimes when you in it, y'all in it.
Hey, all the
So,
way, all the
if you
way.
guys gave us good content today, you guys were talking back to us, so we really appreciate that. You can always find me on Sinestra Brinkley Whiting, soon to be changed.
Come
Come
on,
on, Jesus.
come
Come
on,
on, Jesus.
come
Soon to
on.
be changed. But bear with us as we continue to go through these on Sundays. And we just want to come to you with something great. So
Yep,
we love you
that's it.
guys. Have a wonderful and blessed week. And we will see you again next Sunday.
Peace.